If you guys want to learn how to make this delicious, scrumptious, cheesy, vegetarian lasagna with spinach and mushrooms instead of meat, keep on watching. So for this recipe, you're going to need your favorite pasta sauce. You can use jarred or homemade, whatever you prefer. I like it the easy way, so we're just using jarred. And I'm using roasted garlic, some ricotta cheese, some cottage cheese. We're gonna be grating our own cheese. This is mozzarella, part skim mozzarella cheese, 2 eggs, some lasagna noodles, some frozen spinach. You can use canned if you like. I like frozen, defrosted by the way, and some mushrooms, 4 garlic cloves, and some salt and pepper. Okay, so we're gonna wanna boil some water. We've got our pan full of water to boil. You're going to cook the noodles according to the package. This one says we're gonna cook the pasta for 10 minutes. I'm gonna add, I don't know, probably about a tablespoon of salt to the water. And I'm also going to add, I don't know if this helps, but I'm also going to add some avocado oil to the water just to prevent the noodles from sticking, I guess. If it works, I don't know, but I always do this when I make my lasagna noodles. So yeah, we're gonna wait for this to boil. Once it's boiling, we're gonna add our noodles. Okay, so now we're just gonna take our mushrooms. Have these ready. These are already sliced, so it's easy. We're gonna take our spinach. So we're gonna open up our spinach. Now, whether you're using canned or frozen, you're gonna wanna get as much liquid out as possible. So we have our frozen spinach. I've been letting this defrost in the fridge, so most of the liquid has come out. But we're just gonna cook this anyway. Give it some flavor. Get all that spinach out. Okay, so we have our spinach ready. We have our mushrooms already sliced. On medium-high heat, we're gonna add some oil to the pan. Let that warm up. We're gonna chop up our garlic. Now you can use the jarred garlic that's already chopped. You can use crushed garlic. Whatever you want. You can leave it out if you don't like garlic. We're just going to use this to cook with the mushrooms and the spinach to give it flavor. Garlic is ready. Okay, so once our pan is warmed up, we're gonna add our mushrooms. Just gonna let these cook. Make sure they all get coated in the oil. Okay, we're gonna cook these before we add the spinach and garlic. So in the meantime, we're gonna get a bowl, open up our ricotta. Cottage cheese, I'm using 4% small curd. You can use whatever you like. We're gonna add all of this also. trying to do this with one hand. Okay, so our pasta water is boiling, so we're just gonna add our noodles. And we're gonna cook these for about 10 minutes until they're done. Mushrooms are still cooking. Cooking up nicely. Okay, so in this bowl we have our ricotta, we have our cottage cheese. I'm gonna add some salt, just, I don't know, a good healthy pinch of salt. I'm gonna add a healthy pinch of pepper. Might be too much for some, but I love pepper. And we're gonna add, see if I can do this with one hand. Our egg. Ah! Nope, we got a couple shells in there. There's one egg. Two eggs. Alright, so we've got our eggs, our ricotta, salt and pepper. And sometimes I like to add Parmesan, and I'm gonna add some of this. I forgot to show this in the beginning, just some Parmesan cheese. Kind of estimate however much you like. We're gonna mix this all together. This is what it should look like when it's done. Everything well incorporated. So we're gonna leave this off to the side. My mushrooms are cooking down nicely. I want to cook these all the way through because I want all of the water to be released. I don't want it to end up in the lasagna while we're baking. Now you can absolutely do that if you want. Just put the mushrooms in raw. But I like to cook mine down to prevent my lasagna being too watery. Noodles are still boiling. So now I'm going to open this up and I'm going to grate that. Okay, so I guess I wasn't recording, but the mushrooms were pretty much cooked down. So I added my garlic and my spinach at the same time. And then I added about a pinch of salt, or to your liking, because the spinach is not seasoned at all. If you're using canned spinach, then I don't think you'll need to add salt, because usually canned food is, you know, it has some sodium in it, but just whatever to your liking, you know. So we're going to continue to cook this down. The liquid will evaporate. Any extra liquid from the spinach will evaporate. And yeah, so we just want to kind of get this well incorporated. And then this is pretty much done. So at this point, I don't see any extra liquid coming from the bottom of the pan from the spinach. So I'm just gonna shut the pan off. And I'm still waiting on my noodles. They're just about done. But this we're gonna set aside until we're ready to start our layers. Alright you guys, so we have our noodles. I rinsed these in cold water to stop the cooking process. We have our ricotta cheese mixture, we have our sauce, we have our shredded mozzarella, and then we have our mushroom and spinach with garlic. This pan that I'm using, it's a deep baking dish for lasagna, and it's smaller than a 9x13. So first we're going to add some pasta sauce, just one layer. We're gonna spread that around. That's actually a bit too much, but that's okay. Okay, then we're gonna add our first layer of noodles. I can usually, in a 9x13, I can usually fit about 4 noodles. But this one, we're just gonna do 3. They're kind of overlapping a little bit. And then we're gonna do a little bit more sauce, just a little bit. Only because there's so much sauce at the bottom. Let me see if I can get some of that up here. Okay, so we're just gonna spread that evenly. Now, if you're using a 9x13, these noodles will fit just perfectly. See how mine go up along the edge a little? I'm just gonna fold those down. Now we're going to add some mushrooms and spinach. Just grab some, place it on. I think I'm gonna do like 2. Just kind of spread it out evenly. And I'm gonna add more mushrooms because I didn't pick up very many mushrooms. Now I want to try this with like an Alfredo sauce or a creamy sauce. I think that would be so good with the spinach and mushroom. Okay, so we have that. Next is our ricotta mixture. I think I'm gonna do about 3 dollops. 3 big spoonfuls. Just kind of spread it out. Gosh, it looks so good. All right, and then we're gonna add a handful, maybe 2 handfuls of cheese. Just like that. And then we're gonna add another layer of noodles and just repeat the process. So I'm gonna set you guys down so I can use both hands, and I'll see if I can set it in a way where you guys can still see what I'm doing. Okay, so for the last layer, I'm just gonna do noodles and some sauce and then some more cheese. All right, and there you go. So the last layer is cheese. Now you can put pepper, you can put parsley, you can put whatever you want on top. I'm just gonna leave it as it is, and this is gonna go in the oven for about 45 minutes at 375. And yeah, so I'm gonna put this in the oven. We're gonna come back in 45 minutes when it's done cooking, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. All right, you guys, so I just took this out of the oven. You can see it's got the crispy golden cheese on top. Ooh, it looks so good. I cannot wait to eat this. I'll give you a picture of the side here. Still pretty saucy. You can see the spinach and mushrooms. My mouth is watering. I'm about to have a delicious mukbang. So this baked for exactly 45 minutes at 375 uncovered. Let me know if you guys decide to make this, and in my next video you guys will see the mukbang. I'm not gonna do a taste test here. We're gonna do that on my mukbang. So come back on Tuesday for a homemade vegetarian lasagna mukbang. Can't wait to see you guys then. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell so you're notified the second I upload a new video. Leave me a comment down below if you try this recipe out. Leave me a comment, let me know how you like it, and share this video with your friends. Don't forget to rate this video if you liked it, and I will see you guys soon in a brand new video.